obviously Catholic education had a great component in your leadership development. Tell me who else or what else?
You know, when I received the news that I got this job at Big Shoulders Fund, I literally went out and personally thanked a group of individuals that I really felt, you know, brought me along to get to the point that I'm at. Obviously, I wouldn't be where I am without my parents, you know, pushing me, nagging me, really bringing me along. But along the way, you know, there were so many professionals that kind of took me under their wing and showed me the way. And I can't understate this enough. We need to do that with the next generation of youth. Far too often we get so busy in our daily lives that we don't sit back and think, you know, who's taking us after we're done? You know, who's taking us to the next place? And, you know, I try to, and I even get caught up in it myself. I try to take a pause and think, okay, who can I help mentor? Who can I take under my wing? Or who can I show a little something to that somebody did that for me in the past?
Because you wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, my family comes from a small business background, so, you know, there was a lot of development in that, you know, sense, you know, understanding exactly how, you know, they
gotta get up and earn a paycheck every day.
Exactly. You know, and even in my days when I was in public accounting, even though, you know, the work was not gratifying to me, there were still some skills that I learned along the way and some people who took the time to pound it in my head over and over again. When I was at Valparaiso, there was a group of guys that really took me under their wing to show me this is how fundraising is done. This is how development is done. And, you know, when you think of fundraising, you know, you go out and ask for money, right? I mean, that's the you know, plain and simple. But to do that, you have to develop a relationship with somebody, and you have to do it in short order. And how do you do that?
It's not just picking up the phone and dialing for dollars.
It's cultivation, it's stewardship, it's remembering the small details. It's calling somebody on their birthday. It's remembering, you know, some life event that happened. It's
something that they're related to that might make them care a little bit more about this and connect them to the mission.
It's the personal touches, and it's all those little things that, you know, just added to my development. You know, when I went to Marian Catholic High School, there were people who, you know, really encouraged my development. My boss there, the current president, Vince Kredinsky, really encouraged me to think outside the box, and not only think about outside the box, but put that into action. I remember the one craziness in my life, you know, I was a part of a social media viral moment when Sister Mary Jo Sobiak threw a first pitch at a White Sox game, and all of a sudden we're, you know, globetrotting the country, you know, going to national news broadcasts, throwing out first pitches at, you know, down in St. Louis, going out to the ESPYs in Los Angeles. None of that would have been possible if somebody didn't say, you know what, Dan, we trust what you're doing here. This is a crazy idea. You know, nobody else is bold enough to try it, but go for it, you know, and look what came of it. So, you know, all of those, you know, people have really...
You don't get to those qualities in the moment. You get to those qualities because all those people developed you along the way to 100%. Take opportunity of the moment.
100%. You know, at Valparaiso, you know, two guys in particular, Chet Marshall and Mike Brock. Mike's now at the University of Notre Dame, and Chet's retiring, or trying to anyway. But, you know, those guys really, you know, were like father figures to me in my professional career. And everybody needs one of those. And I think back to my original point, you know, we need to take time as a society to mentor the next generation of individuals. We at Big Shoulders Fund offer that opportunity across the board to come in and really mentor that next generation along the way, really at any point, you know, from grade school all the way up into high school. And we hope that a lot of those individuals that were mentored by Big Shoulders Fund volunteers come back and do the same for the next generation after that.
And ultimately, that's how you just keep paying it forward.
Absolutely.